Welcome, dear viewers, to Tales of Terror, the channel that delves into the darkest corners of the human experience. Today, we present a bone-chilling tale that will send shivers down your spine. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and interact with likes and comments to support the production of more terrifying stories. Now, let us embark on this haunting journey.
Amy, the heroine of today's story, says that I found myself thrown into the depths of the hospital on that fateful day. Burdened with financial hardship after the tragic death of my father, I had no other choice but to accept a job as a nurse. It was my responsibility to support my little brother, and in this sea of private hospitals, warnings from both male and female nurses echoed in my ears. They cautioned me about the conflicts that brood within these walls. They adorned themselves with a shield of skepticism, forever cautious, but I stood before them without a solution in sight. Every step I took, I knew I had to tread with utmost care. On the fourth and final floor of the hospital, my assignment awaited me. This floor, designed to accommodate a mere 4 rooms, also housed a spacious reception where I could rest my weary soul. Another nurse named Christina took over the morning shift while I claimed my role for the evening. From 8 in the evening until 8 in the morning, I labored through the night, watching over the patients in my care. My responsibility centered around a solitary case in room 32. Inside those walls, an elderly patient yearned for the chance to undergo open-heart surgery. Over a week had passed since I arrived, yet not a single family member had graced our presence. Sorry, the patient's name was a stranger to all. Little did I know, the path I had chosen would lead me down a turbulent journey. The flames of uncertainty flickered around me, but I vowed to remain vigilant. The lives entrusted to my care deserved nothing less than my unwavering attention. It was peculiar to encounter a man of considerable wealth who lacked a spouse or a family to inquire about him. This realization sparked an idea within me. I could exploit this circumstance to my advantage. But this man was a peculiar specimen, defying expectations. Despite his advanced age, he remained remarkably thin, almost skeletal. However, his weight proved burdensome, almost impossible to move. His hands, perpetually frigid and tinged with a faint bluish hue, concealed a curious tattoo. It has been 2 arduous days, and the man remains ensnared within the clutches of a coma. Today, as I arrived at the hospital in the morning, I encountered Christina. With a somber expression, she revealed that the occupant of room 32 had succumbed to the grip of death. For days had passed since his demise, and the desolate corridors echoed with emptiness, leaving only me as the solitary soul traversing its somber halls. But on the 5th day, an unsettling phenomenon began to unfold. The sensation of being incessantly observed plagued me as I stood behind the reception desk. With each passing day, I grew more apprehensive about venturing into that accursed room, dreading the moment I would ring the reception bell. They instructed me to attend room 32 due to an impending case. There was no time to hesitate, for my job hung in the balance. Taking a deep breath, I mustered the courage to step inside. And there he stood, near the window, his visage etched into my memory alongside the peculiar markings adorning his body. His emaciated frame revealed protruding bones, his ghastly appearance instilling a sense of repulsion within me. As the reception bell resounded, indicating someone's arrival, I had no choice but to proceed, disregarding the unnerving presence and hastily preparing the room, arranging the equipment, and affixing an oxygen tube. The issue at hand concerned El Muradi, a fragile 8-year-old girl. I endeavored to convince her family to relocate her to another room, fearing for her safety. Yet, my pleas fell upon deaf ears, met with indifference and suspicion. The subsequent visit revealed a horrific scene, a room empty of anyone but the little girl. At 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a rhythmic crackling sound in the air, and with trepidation, I cautiously opened the door. There she stood, the girl, incessantly bashing her head against the wall, leaving behind a macabre trail of blood. A deep wound adorned her head, the source of the bleeding. I tended to her injury, bewildered by how she could engage in such self-destructive behavior while unconscious. Fear gripped my heart, and I remained by her side throughout my entire shift, determined to protect her until the passing of my watch. On my return to the hospital on the second day, chaos engulfed the premises. The presence of numerous individuals, both civilians and police, suggested something grave had occurred. My instincts whispered that it was about the little girl. The police strictly forbade hospital staff to go upstairs, the same floor I work on. What little information I managed to glean was that the girl in room 32 had met a tragic end. She plunged to her demise, choosing the window as her means of escape. But before her life was claimed, another life was snuffed out in a brutal fashion. Christina, the nurse who shared my duties, fell victim to a grisly demise, her body bearing the unmistakable marks of a violent attack, evidence captured on the surveillance cameras. A week crawled by, weighed down by the haunting memory of the accident. The floor shuddered, sealed off from the world, only to reopen once again. El Muradi, the abandoned girl, is no longer alone in that room. No, they remained a trio bound by an evil fate, the young girl Christina, and a mysterious old man figure. Their spectral presence lingers with an ever-present ghost that haunts the hallways. The reception bell rang again, indicating the arrival of a new case, yet each patient had the same frightening symbol etched into their bodies, mirroring the old man's tattoo. Since that day, every new arrival, every hapless victim, received that arcane marking. And after their arrival, they vanished, just as the others had years ago. Yet, unbeknownst to them, I remain within that room, an unseen witness, perpetually waiting for the reception bell to ring, yearning for the next unfolding tragedy, my soul consumed by an insatiable desperation. I was struck with horror when I discovered a paper lying before the door of room 32. Its rotten pages bore ancient writings, hewn in exquisite handwriting. She says, "Next turn on my brother." Fear swallows my every step as I face the unknown horrors that lurk in that accursed room. Will I find my brother in this fate, or will I also be entangled in this web of malice? And so, dear viewers, we conclude this haunting tale of twisted visions and unseen terrors. Remember to subscribe to Tales of Terror for more spine-tingling stories that will haunt your dreams. Like and comment below.